what's great about being an adult? Not very many things, honestly. You have to pay bills, you have to go to work, and you can't ever sleep late. There's a million things that are awful about being an adult, but one good thing is you can make cookies whenever you want to. You don't have to ask for anybody's permission. You can just literally make cookies. You can make big, giant cookies. And that's what I want to make today. I found a recipe for big, giant monster cookies that I am so excited to make. I ran 10 miles this morning, and it's all I could think about. This just said I doubled my move goal today. Yeah, you think? I ran 10 miles. I hope I doubled my move goal so I can eat cookies. It has all the things that I love in it. It has peanut butter, oats, mini M&Ms. It has chocolate chips. I mean, come on. I wish that I could poof and they would be ready, but we have to make them. So let's make big giant cookies. We're gonna start by sifting all-purpose flour, baking soda, baking powder in a bowl, and then we're gonna set that aside. You'd also add your salt in if you were gonna use salt in this, but I use salted butter, so I don't add the salt with the dry ingredients. Mix all that together and set it aside. The next part of this requires us to move over to our stand mixer, so let's go do that. Okay, now that we're over here at our stand mixer, we're going to take a cup of butter, so 2 sticks of butter. I like salted butter. You can use unsalted, whatever floats your boat. This should be room temperature butter. Should be not right out of the fridge. You're going to want it to sit on your counter for about an hour or so. And we're going to put it in the stand mixer until it's nice and creamy for about a minute. I'm going to scrape the sides just to make sure that it gets really good and fluffy. And beat it a little more. Okay, now that that's nice and smooth, we're going to add in our brown sugar and our granulated sugar. And we're going to beat all this until it's really nice and fluffy for about 2 minutes or so. Again, I'm going to scrape the sides down. Make sure everything's getting very good and incorporated. A little bit more. That looks excellent. So now we're going to add our eggs. And our peanut butter. And vanilla. We're going to beat all this together for a few more minutes. Okay, let's scrape it down again. You're always going to want to scrape down the sides just in the bottom if you need to make sure that all that good stuff is getting incorporated. And let's mix it a little bit more. That looks excellent. Can you tell how fluffy it is? It looks so good. So now we're going to add, I'm going to go ahead and turn the mixer on while I'm doing this. We're going to add our oats and we're going to add our dry ingredients. Just slowly. Okay, now let's add the chocolate. Mini M&Ms. I already opened this bag because I've been eating them, just like candy. So I'm short a little, but oh well. Oops. Now we're going to mix this on low just until everything's all mixed together. Okie dokie. So now we've got the dough done for our giant monster cookies. Well, let's bring it back over to the other table. Okay, now we're back over here with our dough. We're gonna scrape it down, or I'm going to. This is not in the official recipe, but this is the way I like to do it. I'm just gonna scrape it all off the sides and create more of a cohesive ball in the middle. And now we're gonna stick this in the refrigerator for 30 minutes or up to 4 hours. But if you do it for like 4 hours, then you're gonna have to wait another hour. You're gonna have to take it out and wait another hour before you can shape the cookie balls. Cookie balls? About to put it in there for 30 minutes. Has anybody ever gotten sick from eating raw cookie dough? If you have, we leave it in the comments, because I was told my whole life not to eat raw cookie dough because of the raw eggs, but I've been baking for over 6 years, and I often eat the cake batter raw, and I've never gotten sick. See you in 30 minutes. Don't be weird. It's been 30 minutes. Longest 30 minutes of my life. So now we're going to scoop our cookie dough onto our pan, and each one of the cookie dough's balls, each one of the scoops needs to be 65 grams. So I have my little scale here with a piece of wax paper on it so I can make sure that I have enough. You're only going to get 6 cookies on each cookie sheet, so you're going to have to do this 4 times. And I'm going to refrigerate my dough, in between each time. So let's scoop. That's a little much. I'm going to be very precise about this. I want my cookies to be the right size. If we're going to do big, giant monster cookies, then I want them to be the correct size. 1. Have y'all seen that thing on TikTok where people bake them with like the middle higher? I'm going to try it. See how that way when it melts down, the middle stays chewy? Why the heck not? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now we're gonna talk with food in your mouth. Now we're gonna bake these at 350 for 14 to 16 minutes, and we'll see how giant they get. Now we get to do it 4 more times. Big, giant monster cookies. These turned out perfect. The recipe said for them to be kind of brown on the outside and kind of squishy on in the middle, because the middle is going to continue to firm up as they set. So while they're still warm, I'm going to smush in some extra chocolate chips. You could do the same with the M&Ms if you hadn't already eaten them like I did. It just makes them prettier, because what's better than a giant monster cookie? Aesthetically pleasing giant monster cookies. So these are going to sit for 10 minutes. Oh no, that said too much of a pattern. Ew, I don't like that. That one is too patterned. It looks too like I tried too hard. I hate that. No. So these are going to sit for 10 minutes, and then we're going to move them to a cooling rack to cool the rest of the way completely. It's been 10 minutes, so now we're going to move our cookies to our cooling rack to cool the rest of the way. I think we all know I'm not going to wait 10 minutes to try these. So I'm going to try this one. This one's the ugliest one because it's oblong, so I'm going to try that one. These are so pretty, and the size of them is so great. This is great. Okay. Yep, that is good. Here's what I like about it. Chocolate. And then the oats give it like really good texture. And then that peanut butter flavor is so good. These are excellent. Yay! Big, giant monster cookies for the win. And they're so good warm. Where's eat oats and doughs? Eat oats and little lambs. Ivy. It's a late Ivy too. This recipe is from Sally's Baking Addiction, and I am not kidding you when I say that I've never had something from her that was not just absolutely exceptional. Everything she does is so good. She probably has a video of these cookies. She just does such a good job, and I'm in awe of the stuff that she comes up with, and she never fails me. So I'll put the recipe link below so y'all can go make these for yourself, because I highly recommend making these. They are absolutely delicious, and they look pretty too. So thanks again for being here. As always, this is just fun for me, and I appreciate all of you who watch. Tell your friends. Bye. See you next time. Does anybody want to come over for cookies?